Elon Musk's platform X, formerly known as Twitter, has just taken the state of New York to federal court, and it's stirring up a national debate about free speech, government overreach, and the power of social media companies.
Elon Musk's social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, is taking on the state of New York in court.
At the center of the controversy is a state law called the Stop Hiding Hate Act, which requires social media platforms to publicly disclose how they handle hate speech, misinformation, and violent content. In simple terms, the law demands transparency. It wants companies like X, Meta, and TikTok to clearly explain their policies on moderating harmful content, how users can report it, and how those reports are handled. The goal, according to New York lawmakers, is to make the digital world safer, especially as online hate has been linked to real-world violence, bullying, and extremism. But Elon Musk says, not so fast. He's arguing that the law violates the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which protects freedom of speech from government interference. In the lawsuit filed this week, X claims that the law is vague, overly broad, and effectively forces platforms to take action against speech the government doesn't like, even if that speech is legally protected. Musk and his legal team say that compelling a company to explain or justify how it moderates speech is itself a form of compelled speech, which is unconstitutional. In short, they're saying, the government can't tell us how to run our platform, and it definitely can't force us to explain our decisions. This lawsuit reignites a long-standing debate in America. Should social media platforms act like neutral tech companies, or are they publishers responsible for the content they host? Supporters of New York's law argue that big platforms already moderate content extensively, shadow banning users, tweaking algorithms, and taking down posts based on their own rules. So why not make those rules public? Why should users have to guess how speech is being policed online? Transparency, they argue, is the bare minimum. Meanwhile, critics of the law, including many civil liberties groups, warn that giving the government any influence over how private companies manage speech is a dangerous road. What happens when that power shifts hands? What if future administrations start using these transparency rules to pressure platforms into silencing political opposition? At the heart of all this is Elon Musk's broader crusade to rebrand X as the global free speech platform. Since taking over Twitter in late 2022, Musk has reversed many of its old moderation policies, reinstated banned accounts, and fired much of the trust and safety team. That's earned him praise from some who see him as a defender of digital freedom, but criticism from others who say his changes have unleashed a surge of hate speech, disinformation, and toxic content. Advertisers have pulled back, regulators are circling, and X's reputation has taken a hit in some circles. Yet Musk seems unbothered, leaning further into the idea that platforms should be as hands-off as possible when it comes to speech, unless it crosses clear legal lines like incitement or threats. So, what happens next? The lawsuit could take months or years to resolve. And while New York isn't backing down, neither is Musk. If X wins, it could limit how much influence states have over content moderation across all platforms. If the law is upheld, it could usher in a new wave of regulation, forcing more transparency from big tech nationwide. This isn't just a legal fight, it's a cultural battle over the future of online speech. Should platforms be obligated to explain how they police content? Or should they be free to moderate or not moderate on their own terms without government interference? One thing's for sure, how we define free speech in the digital age is still being written, and it may be the courts, not Congress, that make the final call. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is Musk protecting freedom or dodging responsibility? Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video if you want more deep dives into the stories shaping tech, law, and society. Until next time, stay informed and stay online responsibly.